Hi everybody, it's Diane. You would think after 9 journals I would have had my fill of making journals, and I kind of have. However, thanks to Helen at Moss Cottage, she introduced me to a new binding technique, and I thought I would give it a try. She got it from Melanie Sullivan, who got it from Arne and Carlos. I will link Helen's video. Okay, so I just have papers here for the pages. They're mostly cut-offs. So I'm going to group them, and then you machine stitch them together. You do need a sewing machine. I'll pick it up with that. Hang on. Okay, I have signatures sewn together. Melanie recommends you don't fold your papers first, which of course I forgot that, and I folded them, but it worked out fine. And you're supposed to use a base stitch, and then you just knot your threads. You don't cut your tails, you knot your threads. So I have to fold these, and as you can see at the moment, they're sort of uneven. I'm not sure if I'm going to really try to even that up or just leave it scrappy. I don't know. So I have to fold all these. Then we put them all together, just like you sort of would in a book. Then you take, she used a heavier thread, like a buttonhole thread. And this is the part, I'll admit, when I saw her do this, I went, no way. You stitch them together, so to speak. Put a clip on them so it's easier to manage. And then you take your thread and you pick up your base threads and go back and forth and back and forth. I'm not going to do it like, as Helen said. Melanie already showed all this, so I'm not going to show all that. You stitch it all together, and that's what I thought. I am not going to sit somewhere and pick up all these little threads and go back and forth. Forget it. But those last journals I just made were a 5-hole stitch, and granted, I did 9 of them at once, which was ridiculous, but I did. So if you've ever done a 5-hole stitch, 3 is not bad. I don't know what it is with 5, but it seems like I end up splitting my threads a lot, and it just takes time. And anyway, by the time I was done with that, I thought, well, could this really be any worse? So I'm going to find out. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, it's done. One, I needed my glasses to do this, and I don't when I'm doing a 3 or 5-hole stitch, pamphlet stitch. Yeah, it probably takes more time. It's not quite as aggravating because you don't do the splitting your thread business. A couple notes, yeah, make sure you get your stitches right there, otherwise you are kind of digging it back in there. I should have noted before too, I only have 5 pages per signature because I have an old sewing machine and I didn't want to stress it out. I'm kind to my machine. Okay, the next thing is to put fabric over this and glue it. So I'm going to do that. You can leave your threads and make them, look scrappy, ratty. I think though I'm going to tuck mine down in so you don't see them. And then we'll discuss a cover. Okay, looks pretty good. I did have, this is upholstery thread for the back and forth. And Melanie also recommends when you stitch your signatures to use a contrasting thread so it's easier to see it, to pick it up. I didn't have too much trouble with it, but that probably is a good tip. Okay, I'll be back and we'll do something with the cover. Okay folks, this is the next day, so forgive me if I'm not picking up exactly where I said I left off. I don't remember. But we're doing the cover. This is fine. It's all dry and everything. So I have thin cardboard here, which was the back of a drawing pad or notepad, something. But it's a nice thickness. I painted the edges and a little bit in black to go with my papers. These are scrapbook papers. So they're going to be the covers, outside covers. Okay. And then what you do for inside is glue this first page down. And then put, you don't have to, I suppose, but put decorative paper over it as like an end paper. Okay. Are we getting that? I probably, when I glue the fronts, I might weight it down. You can use like Mod Podge or something like that. I was just going to use my white glue and glue stick in the middle. But at any rate, that's what I'm doing. So I'll probably weight it down a little bit. And then when that's done, pretend that's done, you put fabric over. You can also use, they showed corrugated cardboard, but I'm going with fabric. Melanie used that too. I believe that's what Helen used. And yes, you do glue the spine. Okay, I'm going to do all that and then assemble it. You don't have to watch me glue. Okay, I'll be back and that should be the end. Hang on. Okay, all done. I did not add, you know, a label or trim along here would be nice. I mean, this was just sort of a prototype. I just wanted to try it, so I didn't go overboard. I can always add anyway. But there we are. Pretty cool. These are nice. It opens, you know, well. It lays sort of flat. That's nice. It's nice to have hardback. I don't do that too often. It's relatively easy. The, you know, whipping the signatures together, it's easy, but it's time consuming. So, yeah, I would say this process, for me, what I'm used to, is much more time consuming. I did weight the covers down before I attached them. Once I had like the front attached, I did put a clip on it, let it dry. Then I did the back and clipped the whole thing, let it dry. Then I put on the fabric and clipped it. So, you know, that's more of a weight processor that I'm not used to. You can, I think Helen did, actually wrap your paper around to the back, you know. That is a very nice finished look. This is okay though with the painted edges. Okay, I don't know if there's anything I missed, probably. But this really wasn't a tutorial anyway. It was just sort of letting you see what I thought of it. If you're interested, go look at Helen's. Her books are really cute. Look at what she did. And then she has a link to Melanie, and she gives you the entire process. And it's very good. It's very easy to understand and all. I think it's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day.